students are getting into college and are having to go through remedial courses, and then there's all the things that come with that. So I do think this is something that the grad test, I think, was repealed just a few years ago, and it was replaced with ACT benchmarks, and then I think now last year the legislature passed benchmarks in the MCA. So there is a need, I believe, for benchmarks for students.
All right, and the final question here, and we'll start with Mr. Applebaum. Right now, the state legislature dictates that school districts cannot start the school year before Labor Day, except in extenuating circumstances. And the question is, do you believe that local school boards should have the authority to determine their own school calendar?
Yes. No, I don't see a need to dictate and micromanage every single school district start and end date from a state level. We talk a lot about local control and how important it is and how each community is different, and I think school boards should be able to make that determination, because I can assure you that communities of Hopkins Public Schools and Minnetonka and Wayzata are much different than those in the parts of Minnesota that people may not have ever been to before. I couldn't tell you one thing about the public schools in Warren, Minnesota, and if for whatever reason those students and that community needs to start before or after Labor Day, it shouldn't be up to me, it shouldn't be up to state representatives, it should be up to the local leaders, and that's what I think they're elected to do.
Ms. Meyer?
I'm going to agree with you on this one. That's it. Short and sweet.
Well, I think the current statute is adequate. I think this is a situation where you've got a situation with Hopkins here that started early due to, I think, it's spring construction. So there are circumstances that school districts do have the ability to start early, but for the most part, this is a long and heated, debated topic over the years, and I think the current statute performs well.
I know my husband is going to disagree with me on this, because he just thinks that you have to, really hold on to that summertime recreation with the kids. And but I think that is a local control issue. I'm not into dictating to schools the needs. There are different school districts that might want all year school. For a variety of reasons, depending on their school population. If that serves the needs of the students, I'm all about serving the needs of our children, and that's the most important thing. And just to go back to the previous question, I am a huge believer in benchmarks. I'm just not sure that a high-stake test is the way to go at the end.
Well, if you have a question that wasn't answered, please feel free to talk to the candidates afterwards and buttonhole them and get their response. But let's have a round of applause for our candidates. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your attendance. We had a great turnout tonight, and we'll see you in 2 years.
Thank you.